Hello everyone, welcome back to my JE Physics channel, and today we are going to discuss one important topic related to even JE main and advanced level also. So that is angular momentum of a conical pendulum. Please stick to the video till the end because we are going to discuss from very fundamental to some advanced level thing. Okay, so we are going to find out angular momentum in different about different points, so that you will understand how this angular momentum is exactly related with the torque. Okay, so we know that torque is nothing but rate of change of angular momentum, but you will visualize or you can see the things were much better than what you are thinking maybe. At the same time, most of the people will have one thinking that the L bar and omega bar are in the same direction. Okay, so that also we are going to discuss about that similarity of directions of omega bar and L bar, okay, in this video. So before getting into the video, this is the preview, channel preview. If you are watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe. For new videos, you hit the bell icon. At the same time, you can follow me on Telegram also, so that you will get this entire notes, whatever notes I am discussing in this video, that entire notes will be posted in the Telegram. So it's very useful. You will be getting an assignments also in the Telegram forum, you can say channel, Telegram channel. So please do follow the Telegram channel. So here I have given the link. Just type in your Telegram in search button my JE Physics, automatically channel will appear. You can join directly. So let us get into the video. So we know that conical pendulum is something different from a simple pendulum. Simple pendulum will oscillate on the plane, okay, but conical pendulum will go in a horizontal circular path. So you can see the animation or simulation of the physics over here, okay. So it's a better view here. Suppose a conical pendulum is revolving, if it is having the suppose an angle theta, then so you can see in the animation also energy is acting downward, okay, and tension will act along the string. Then this angle is theta, we know that. Okay, I can make into components t cos theta, and other component is what? T sin theta. So now we can understand that t cos theta and mg both will cancel out each other or balance each other. T cos theta is equal to mg, we know. And here t sin theta is always acting towards the center. As t sin theta always acting towards the center, so that will act as a centripetal force. Okay, so T sin theta is the centripetal force, which I can write down as mr omega square. So what is the omega? R is nothing but this radius of the circular path. You can take this is the radius, okay, and angular velocity would be something like this. Here the doubt comes. See, angular velocity I drawn the sense. It's a sense of rotation, not angular velocity direction. Sense of rotation. Okay, then what is the angular velocity direction? Suppose if you curl your fingers along the sense of rotation, thumb will give the direction of angular velocity. So something like this, angular velocity will be there. Okay, so angular velocity I can draw over here, something in this way. This is the angular velocity vector. Clear? This is the angular velocity vector, and it is rotating with constant angular velocity omega. This is the basic, what do you say, that force balance equations, or you can say that free body diagram. Okay, it's not even main, it's not even advanced. It is something like your sticking to your textbook. If you are solving for conical pendulum, you need to know these two things. Now, if I am dividing these two, okay, so I'll take this one as what second equation, and this I am taking as first equation. Then go for 2 by 1, then I'll get t sin theta by t cos theta, which is equal to tan theta is equal to r omega square by g. And I know that because it's a pre-thing that what I know some expressions I require at the end. Okay, so that's why what I'm doing is I'm finding g tan theta is equal to r omega square. So why, you may ask me why I am writing g tan theta is equal to r omega square, because I know that this is useful expression to me, so that's why I am keeping aside this part. Okay, so this is the very basic of conical pendulum. Anybody will know this part, I think so. Okay, let us get into the angular momentum of this particle. About what point? About center of circular path. Okay, so if I take, this is the point where O is the point, understood? O is the center of the circular path traveled by the particle. Now I want to find out the angular momentum of the particle. Particle mass is m. Then angular momentum of the particle about O point I require. So let us go with the definition of an angular momentum of any particle, which is I can write down r bar cross v bar. Am I right? So then L bar I can write down as r bar cross m into v bar I can write down. Am I right? So then I take it out m, then it is r bar cross v bar. This is the angular momentum basic definition only. If you want to find out angular momentum of particle, this is the way to do it. Now I am going to apply this formula to this, whatever I require. What is I require? O is the point, about O point I require the angular momentum. Now let us say this is the sense of rotation. As it is sense of rotation, I am taking the end point, means coming out of the board and going into the board. Okay? So you can see that part over here. See, it's coming out of the board and going into the board. Okay? So similar principle if you apply over here, then what is the velocity vector? Velocity vector is into the board. So I say that this is the velocity vector. Into the board is velocity vector, and then I can go for what? I can go for r bar vector now. What is the r bar is? R bar is nothing but, see, this is important vector to know in angular momentum. So people know that r bar cross v bar, but what is the r bar? R bar is the position vector drawn. So remember this part, position vector drawn from reference point. Reference point to particle. Reference point to particle. You can remember this part, it's very important. Some people, most of the students will do the mistake over here. So this is the reference point, this is the particle. Now draw a vector r bar. So in this I am taking this is the r bar. So now I got the r bar vector, now I got the v bar vector also. So now I say that this is the plane containing the r bar and v bar. Then what is the angular momentum? First I go with the magnitude. So what is the magnitude value I can write down? M into r into v into sine 90. You can check in the diagram, both will be at an angle 90. V bar is into the board, r bar is on the board. So you can say that they are perpendicular to each other. It is 90 directly. So then the magnitude of angular momentum is equal to mvr. Okay, if you want in the place of v, you can write down r omega also, mr square omega it will become. But what is the direction of angular momentum? Direction of angular momentum you can identify. Already I made a pre-direction over here. Okay, so then you go for r bar cross v bar. If I go r bar cross v bar, then L bar will be in upward direction. This is the L bar direction. So we know previously omega bar is in upward direction, right? So this we have seen here, omega bar is in upward direction. As omega bar is in upward direction, even L bar also I am getting in upward direction. So then L bar and omega bar both are in the same direction. Okay, so what is the one conclusion I can write down here? One conclusion is L bar and omega bar are in the same direction. Okay, so this is the one thing. But this is all happening at what place? At one condition, that is what? About center of circular path. Okay, L bar and omega bar in the same direction. Now let us see that L bar is variable quantity or constant quantity. Now as the particle is revolving, then r bar will rotate, even v bar also will rotate. But r bar cross v bar is always in upward direction. Okay, na? So in this case, r bar keep on changes. Suppose if I am taking the here particle comes out. Okay, na? Particle is coming out of the board. As the particle is coming out of the board, and this is the r vector, then r bar cross v bar, just it will turn by 180 degree. So then r bar will be in this direction. Okay, so v bar will be out of the board. So r bar cross v bar again in upward direction. Okay, na? So here, so what I can write down is, I can write down that L bar and omega bar in the same direction. At the same time, L bar is constant vector. Okay, na? So L bar always will give you some idea regarding the torque. As L bar is constant vector, then what the dL bar by dt has to do? dL bar by dt should be equal to 0. See, I am not talking about magnitude, I am talking about vector. Vector magnitude is constant, already we know. Okay, so vector magnitude is, I can write down as this. This is the vector magnitude. This is already constant, we know. Now what we are going to do is, we are checking the direction. Direction is also constant, right? As the direction is constant, see once here, direction of L bar is constant and magnitude is constant. L bar is a constant vector. Then dl bar by dt value goes to 0. That stands for torque has to be 0. But about what point? Everything we are calculating about point O, which is nothing but center of the circular. About point O, torque should be 0. Let us see. Here mg will act downward, am I right? Mg is acting downward. Okay, and tension is acting in this way, so I can write down T cos theta is acting upward direction and T sin theta is acting towards the center. Now what is the torque created by T sin theta? 0, because it is passing through O point. Okay, and torque created by mg and T cos theta will balance each other. T cos theta will create one torque clockwise, you can say, and T cos theta will be anti-clockwise, mg will create clockwise. So clockwise and anti-clockwise torques will cancel out, the net torque goes to 0. Okay, so L bar constant vector, torque is 0, so both are matching over here, right? So this is the angular momentum of the particle about one point O, which is center of the circular path traveled. I hope this you understood. Now move on to the next part. Okay, so next is the important idea, that's called as what? Angular momentum of particle about suspension point. This is something important idea. On this you are getting questions on advance also. Okay. Now this is the particle going in a circular path. Okay, collision pendulum. It makes an angle theta over here. So this we know already, right? Now this particle is going inside. Now about what point is required? About O dash point is required. Now what is the reference point is? O dash is the reference. So about O dash, what is the R bar vector? The R bar vector is something like this. This is the R bar vector. Okay, so that is the R bar and V bar is into the board. V bar is into the board. So I have drawn both the vectors in this diagram. Check this. I made one diagram. This is the plane where this is the O dash point. Okay, this is the particle of mass m, and that is the R bar and V bar. Again R bar and V bar are at an angle 90. So I can write down. Now I want to write down the what? I want to write down the angular momentum. Again, angular momentum of particle. Particle about what point? About O dash point. So O dash is, which is nothing but a suspension point. Okay, so about suspension point, if I take, then what is the value I get? Let me see. What is the formula I know? L bar is equal to m into R bar cross V bar. Already we have seen this part. Okay, so m into R bar cross V bar is the what is that angular momentum vector. Basic definition. Now I am going to apply here. First I am going to find out the magnitude. So m into R is nothing but R bar vector magnitude. R bar vector magnitude is L, length of the wire. L into V sine 90. Because again they are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So then magnitude is equal to, I can write down M L V. M L V is the magnitude. Clear? This is the magnitude. But what about the direction? Direction we can find out R bar cross V bar. See, this is the R bar. R bar cross V bar. If I curl your fingers along the R bar cross V bar, then thumb is coming perpendicular to plane. Actually, see, it's not coming out of the border. It's something like in a slant. So that is the, see, I didn't get exact, good animation for this to show. But eventually, like as the time goes pass on, you'll get better animations to see and visualize the things. Okay. So you can now try to imagine one plane something like this, which is at an angle. As you are imagining the plane at an angle, then R bar cross V bar will be perpendicular to plane. So here you can see the red vector in red color. That is what? L bar, angular momentum of the particle about O dash point. Clear? Understood? This is the direction. But as the particle is revolving, then what happens to the R bar vector? R bar vector changes. Suppose particle is here. Okay, so this is the, so if I take this is the R bar vector, V bar is coming out. Okay, now V bar is coming out. So V bar cross R bar again. If I go V bar plus R bar, then I get L bar is something like this. So as the particle is revolving, this L vector also will revolve. You can see that you can imagine from this diagram. So as the particle is rotating and making a one cone, if you are traveling, if you are tracing the path of Y of conical pendulum, it will form a one cone. Similarly, L bar vector also will form a one cone. L bar vector will rotate something like this. It will make a one cone again. Okay. So that means L bar direction is changing. L bar magnitude is constant. I can write down this as what? Constant. Magnitude is constant, but L bar is not constant. L bar is what? Variable. Okay. L bar is variable. Then I can write down dL bar by dt not equal to 0. Okay. That implies torque value is not equal to 0. Okay, good. We reached at one place. Torque value not equal to 0. But who is applying that torque? Which force is applying the torque on this particle? Okay. To see that, what we do, we go to the next part. So I'm taking the one blank one now. See, this is the particle, and this is the L, and this is the suspension point O dash. Now about this O dash point, I require the torque. All right. So then I can go for mg will act downward direction and tension will act in this direction. Am I right? So now what is the torque created by tension? Torque created by tension has to be 0. Why? Torque is passing through O dash point. Whereas mg will create some torque. How to find out the mg torque is? It depends on the perpendicular distance. What is the perpendicular distance? This is L, this is theta. This value will become L sin theta. Then torque by mg is equal to, I can write down mg into L sin theta. See, which is not equal to 0. That means in the previous case, whatever we got, in previous case we got something like this, torque not equal to 0. So this not equal to 0 torque will be applied by whom? Mg. Applied by mg. Actually I made a try to understand this is applied. Applied by mg only. So weight will apply the torque. Clear? Next. So now the question is what? Torque is applied by mg and angular momentum is changing. But change in angular momentum will be equal to this or not? That also we have to see. Okay. So if I take angular momentum vector over here, if I'm going to write down the angular momentum vector. So what is the angular momentum vector is something like this. This is L. Am I right? Now if I make a horizontal, this angle will be 90 minus theta and this angle will be theta. Then I can make into L cos theta one component. What the other component is? L sin theta. Okay, L cos theta is one component, L sin theta is other component. As the L bar is revolving, then which vector will revolve? Which component will revolve? L sin theta remains same only, but L cos theta will revolve. So effectively L cos theta direction is changing. L cos theta direction changes. So this is the one important logic to understand in this concept. L cos theta direction changes. So on this you may get some advanced questions. They may give you that L bar is variable, L bar is or component of L bar is changing. So which component is changing? L cos theta is changing. Okay, L cos theta direction changes, magnitude remains same, and L sin theta component remains same. That does not change. So this is the one part you need to concentrate. Okay, na? If you have any confusion, please go back, rewind the video, okay, and watch it again so that you will get better clarity. So definitely it will help to solve some questions. Okay. So as L cos theta direction changes, then how to go for change in a vector? Okay. So for that, what I am doing is I am taking the one vector A bar, and same vector is rotating. Suppose same vector rotates. I am supposing that this is the initial position and this is the final position, and vector is rotating about this point with angular velocity omega. With angular velocity omega, it is rotating in this way. So then this is the change in vector, that is dA bar I can write down. If you want to, you can say here, you can write down dA bar is equal to final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. If you want to check out, initial velocity vector plus dA bar is equal to final velocity vector I am getting. Okay na? So then I want to go for first magnitude of change in vector if it is rotating with angular velocity omega and rotated a very small angle d theta in what time? In dt time. This is also maybe some new thing for you. Please concentrate on this. I am finding the change in vector. What is the magnitude? So dA bar magnitude I am going to find out. One vector is revolving, one vector is rotating. I am finding the change in vector. So dA bar I can write down as root of a square. Both are having the same magnitude because similar vector, same vector. Minus 2a into a cos of d theta. Okay. So then I can write down the magnitude of vector is root of, this is 2a square minus 2a square cos d theta. Okay, so 2a square if I take 1 minus cos d theta. Okay, so then I can write down this one as root of 2a square into 2 sin square d theta by 2. Right? So then I'll get root of 4a square root of 4a square sin square d theta by 2. So little mathematics, it's a simple mathematics only. Try to understand this logic. So remaining is mathematics. So I'll get finally 2a sin d theta by 2. As angle is very small, I can write down 2a into d theta by 2. Sin theta I wrote as theta. So then I'll get a into d theta is the what? Magnitude of dA bar. Okay. But I want to find out rate of change of vector. So that means dA bar by dt magnitude I want to find out. Okay. So which I can write down as what? A into d theta by dt. So what is d theta by dt will become? D theta by dt will become angular velocity of the vector. So a omega. Okay, so this is completely some general expression I had done. General way of writing when vector is revolving. When vector is rotating, you can write down change in vector. Rate of change in vector magnitude is a into omega. You say you can apply this part anywhere. So same thing I am going to apply here. For the rate of change of vector magnitude is a omega. So let us apply the same thing to the other part. So we know that L cos theta vector is revolving, something like this. Revolving with what angular velocity? Omega. So I can write down dL bar by dt, magnitude I want to find out. Okay, so magnitude, why we are finding the rate of change of angular momentum? Because we want to identify the torque. So as L bar is changing, then which component is changing? Actually L cos theta component is changing. So that's why I can write down the magnitude of vector into omega that we have derived out here. Rate of change of vector is equal to magnitude of vector into omega. Here L cos theta vector is revolving. So that's why L cos theta magnitude into omega I'm writing. Okay. So then L value we know that MVL. This also we have done. Okay. So into cos theta omega. So that you can see here. MVL. Okay. So I'm highlighting it. This is the angular momentum we got about O dash point. See, completely we are solving about O dash point only here. So that's MVL. Yeah. So M into R omega multiplied with L cos theta into omega again. Okay. So then I'll get ML cos theta into, see, R omega into omega. Then you will get R omega square. So this is what I told you. R omega square I required somewhere. So that's why I found in the first part of the video only, which I got G tan theta. Don't worry, I will show it to you. Yeah, R omega square is equal to G tan theta already got. So same expression I am going to apply. Okay. Yeah. So ml cos theta is equal to G tan theta. So then I can write down mg into L into cos theta into tan theta sin theta. So now it is mg into L sin theta, which is nothing but torque by mg. So even this also we solved. So torque by mg is where it is here. Torque by mg is equal to mg into L sin theta. That means about O dash point. Okay, na? About O dash point, angular momentum is a variable quantity. About O point, angular momentum is a constant quantity. So about O point, net torque acting on the system is 0, but about O dash point, net torque acting on the system is not equal to 0. So here mg will create the torque. Okay. So enjoy the video and learn something. Please like the video. At the same time, share it with your friends. And thank you so much. And we'll meet in the next video.